All right, in this video, we're going to talk about, are the Cowboys playing with fire? Now, when we say this, not to make anybody afraid of what the Cowboys are doing, but I just want to bring light to the situation. We're heading into the playoff. We are. And we see players out. Should the players create a bubble style of system and not go out and say to themselves, let's sacrifice maybe 3 to 4 weeks of not going out anywhere so that we can play at 100% of the playoff, because we never know how this thing goes, right? Now, we heard news of Parsons being out, and I get it, but now we are seeing Amari Cooper as well as CeeDee Lamb out at the Mavs game as well, without masks and things like that, and I get it. I understand how this thing can happen and work out for those who are already vaxxed or those who already had contracted the C-19. But here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. These players got to figure out what's worked for them as far as the mental capacity, as far as what works well with understanding is the brothership or the brotherhood, being together out in public. Will that create a better bond with each other? All of those things count, all of them. Because if we get the report in the next following days that Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb is out due to C-19, I get it. A lot of people will panic and their head will fall off their bodies because, hey, can you believe that these guys are out there in public socializing? Wait a minute. Now, I believe in free will. I believe that these guys, they make enough money, they have enough sense to know what they're doing with themselves, right? They probably take the proper precautions and all of these things. I can't tell them what to do, and I can't tell them how to do what they need to do. It's up to the individual players in order to gravitate to what they're trying to do out there. Now, other news is, and we'll jump back to that topic there, Jayron Kearse, he had a hammy problem, so he will be out, I believe, this game because of the hamstring. And you got to rest that. You don't want to continue to try to work that out. We need him. We need him for the playoffs. Now, some of the injuries could be a little stretched here, because this game is not an important game. I don't think that this game will move a needle. Your playoff setting is already there unless some strange events happen to the other teams that's already ahead of you, like the Bucks, the Rams, and of course that's just how this thing goes. But back to the players. We do get Keanu Neal back, and hopefully he can showcase his talent out there on the field. And I guess they would do a heavy package of Keanu Neal and LVE. We run nickel sets anyway, so we'll see Keanu Neal out there with LVE, and that will be the lineup for this week. Now, by the Cowboys missing out on Parsons, and by the way, by the Cowboys missing out on possibly Jayron, that could be a situation whereas you give boss man Fat some extra reps, you get Luke Gifford some extra reps, you also insert Tyler Cole. I think he was elevated from the practice squad one of these weeks this year. So you look at all of those things and you add it together, and then you will look at it and say, all right, these boys are making the necessary adjustments. Also, Rico, remember the running back Rico? He's back now. And Mitch Hyatt, he's back. So those guys are getting back into the folds. A lot of things can shake out and work its way back into this groove. Although this is the final week of the regular season, we got to get playoff ready. We do. We must get playoff ready. Should the Cowboys, whoever the leader of the Cowboys, call everybody in and say, hey, look, let's be careful out there. Let's figure out a new way where we can have an independent bubble system so that we can squeeze everybody in there and we can get focus in and get to this thing as it relates to football game. You know, I watched an excerpt of Whoopi Goldberg, and she said that she did everything right. She did everything perfect. And she still contracted the C-19. And I'm saying C-19 as a code word. We don't know. I heard that there's testings that could be false positive. There are situations where this thing became so political that we just don't know. Now, the good news of all of this, so far, no NFL player passed away from C-19. Most of these guys are athletic enough to get back into the groove of things. And I know it affects different people in different ways. But I just wanted to put that out there, Cowboy Nation. Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb is at the basketball game, and we'll see how the report goes around down the line. I want to know your thoughts, Cowboy Nation. I want to know how you guys feel of all of this news that's hitting left and right about the Cowboys heading into the playoffs. And on top of that, against this Philadelphia Eagles game, should they rest their starters and just sit back and chill and just get focused? Just get focused in on the playoff game. Let me know of your thoughts. Post me your thoughts down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.
Yeah.